All right, welcome to all of our students that are joining us here into our Reno virtual college fair. We are so happy that you are here with us this evening for the next 45 minutes of our presenters on our 6 schools coming up. Students, just want to go over a couple of things with you. If you have a question at any point throughout the presentation, it does not have to be when that presenter is speaking, but at any point throughout, use that Q&A button that's at the bottom of your screen there, and one of our presenters will get back to you with some answers. Your camera and microphone are off, students, so just know that you can't, they can't hear or see you. Also, to our Reno students, I believe there's one more session this evening, so if there are other schools you're interested in, take a look at that schedule to sign up for more sessions. And then this recording of this session will also be available on that same website where you registered in a few days. So without further ado, I am going to pass it off to our presenter from Holy Names University.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. I am going to begin sharing my screen here. I hope you can all see it. It should be good to go. My name is Gabrielle, and I'm with Holy Names University. I am an enrollment counselor at Holy Names University, so I'm really there to support students from the application process all the way until they are sitting in a classroom. We are located in Oakland, California, which is right across the water from San Francisco. So we're kind of neighbors with the University of San Francisco, which we'll be presenting last today. We were founded in 1868, so we've been around for about 150 years. We're really proud to be around for that long. And we like to think we're centrally located, not too far away from San Francisco, where there are a lot of opportunities, but also from not too close to, I mean, not too far from Silicon Valley, San Jose, and right next to Berkeley. So there's just a lot of job opportunities for students to take, a lot of internship opportunities for students to take part in as well. Just a really great area that we're in. A little bit about our student population. We are a pretty small school, just shy of 1,000 students in total on our campus. And we do have a really wonderful student to faculty ratio of about 8:1. So for every 8 students we have, there's one faculty member there to really support. Classroom sizes are going to average around 10 students per classroom, 10 to 13. And that makes for really wonderful and personalized relationships between professors and students, as well as students and peers. So students are really going to be able to get a hands-on experience for their learning education. They really get to know their advisors, really get to know just everyone they're surrounded by, and there's a lot of support in that. We also like to boast that we have no impacted majors. I will be going over the majors list in the next slide, and all of those majors are non-impacted. So students won't have to worry about waiting for a class. They won't have to worry about waiting another year to graduate. These are all really great things that we're happy to provide students, basically. And then another wonderful thing is we've been ranked in the top 10 for campus ethnic diversity in the US News and World Reports for the Western region. We have so many students from so many different walks of life, so many different backgrounds, and all those students can convene together and meet one another and learn about each other's cultures, about each other's lives. It's just a really great melting pot that we like to be a part of. Here is a list of our majors. So students, please take a photo or a screenshot if you can. We do have quite a few majors available to students. I will list the most popular majors we have on campus. Those are going to be bio, business, criminology, liberal studies, which is our education major, nursing, and psychology. Again, nursing and bio, those are typically impacted majors at other schools. They're not necessarily impacted at Holy Names University. So it might be a good opportunity for you to get a hands-on education at a wonderful small school. I will move forward here. Our clubs and organizations, we do have a lot to offer at Holy Names University. ASHNU is our student government organization. We have BSU, Dance Force, Latinos Unidos, Loud and Proud, and the option to start your own club if you would like to. Starting your own club is pretty easy at Holy Names University. Quite a few of these clubs listed here were started by students, and now those students have left a legacy, and those students have imparted a wonderful club onto our campus. This is our athletic slide. So we do have these different sports available to our student athletes in the crowd. We are a Division II competing school, and we are part of the Pac West Conference. If you are interested in being a student athlete, I do recommend you sign up on the NCAA Eligibility Center in order for you to be recruited by a coach. And here we are at financial aid. This is going to be a really, really wonderful thing to talk about. So, Holy Names University is a private institution, but we like to think that we're very, very affordable to our students. Nearly 100% of our undergraduate students that get accepted do receive financial aid award packages. That will be basically a merit scholarship. So that's going to be based off of your GPA. And then we do have a need-based scholarship called the H&U Award that you can actually stack on top of your merit scholarship. And merit scholarships are going to begin at, think, at about $15,000 a year, and they are renewable each year. Please fill out your FAFSA in order for you to be eligible for an H&U award. That's the really important part. We want to make sure that you fill that out so we can see if maybe you are eligible for Cal Grant or Pell Grant. Oftentimes, if students are eligible for Cal and Pell Grant with a FAFSA, they can cover all of tuition with merit, H&U award, Cal Grant, and Pell Grant. So we can be really affordable to students. They just need to make sure that they fill out the FAFSA, apply, of course, and we'll help you make this dream of coming to a small private school possible. Here are the different places where you can apply to Holy Names. We are available on the Common App, and we are available on our hnu.edu website. So it's hnu.edu/apply or thecommonapp.org. Our application is completely free, so please feel free to apply. It's very simple. We are test optional for the seniors that are applying for fall 2021. So completely test optional. Please don't hesitate to apply. We just need your official transcripts. No personal statement, no letters of rec are required. It's just your basic information and your official transcripts. And yeah, you can apply via those avenues there. I will leave us with my contact information. You have my email listed there and my work cell phone. I'm texting my students all the time, calling them every day. So please feel free to reach out. And I do want to plug our HNU_admissions Instagram as well. And I look forward to speaking with some of you guys soon in the future. Thank you so much. I'm Gabrielle from Holy Names University.
Thanks so much. And we will head on now to our representative from Westminster College.
Sorry, I shared the wrong screen. Let's see if I didn't know what's going on. Again, my apologies.
It was almost there, I think.
There it is. Can you see my presentation?
It's there, just not that full screen, but it is.
Okay, awesome. So
There it is.
Cool. My name is Valentina Rojas. I am an assistant director of admissions at Westminster College, and I am very happy to be here with all of you. So a little bit about Westminster. We are a private, independent, and liberal arts college. What that means is that we don't receive federal or state funding. We receive all of our funding through tuition and donations, and that allows us to have more flexibility with different programming, as well as, majors and whatnot. We're independent, which means that we are not religiously affiliated. We were founded in 1875 by the Presbyterian Church, but we've since cut our ties with them since around the 1960s, so we are not religious. And we are a liberal arts college. In fact, we're the only liberal arts institution in the whole state of Utah. And what that means is that it doesn't matter what it is that you're going to study, you're going to be approaching your education from different perspectives. We're small. We have around 2,200 undergraduate students, and 48% of our students are from out of state, a lot of them coming from that Reno, Tahoe area, Pacific Northwest, and of course the Northeastern United States. And because we are so small, our average class size is 15 students, so you will have that personalized one-on-one education at Westminster. We are a university. We have 5 different colleges within the Westminster umbrella, 50 plus undergraduate programs within our 4 major colleges, 13 15 grad programs, including a couple doctorate programs, and again, the 5 schools. So our biggest school is the School of Arts and Sciences, which includes everything from, foreign languages, humanities, math, biology, engineering, pre-med. The Gore School of Business includes all of our business programs, including sports management, international business, accounting, business administration, finance, entrepreneurship. We have the School of Education, which includes great programs like the outdoor education and leadership major, special ed, elementary ed, education and studies, which is more general. School of Nursing and Health Sciences, which includes nursing and public health. And lastly, the Honors College, which is an opportunity for you to take your academics at Westminster to the next level. So it really allows you to push yourself academically. If any of you is interested in the Honors College, please do let me know. I can put you in contact with my colleague, Alexa, who liaises the Honors College. So let's talk a little bit about athletics. I am the athletics liaison for Westminster. So if you are interested in any of our 15 Division II varsity sports or our club sports, do let me know and I'll contact you with a coach. We are part of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, or RMAC. And again, we have 15 varsity sports that you may be interested in. So do let me know. For most of them, they're constantly recruiting, but the really cool thing about all of our NCAA sports is that they also include scholarships. So you'll be able to receive some scholarship money in addition to any other scholarship you will receive at Westminster. Okay, so residence and student life. We are located right outside of Salt Lake City in a very small neighborhood called Sugar House. It's very eclectic, it's very beautiful, has lots of coffee shops and whatnot. And we do require students to live on campus for the first 2 years that they're at Westminster. After your second year, it's up to you whether you want to stay on campus or not. We do offer upperclassmen housing. We have our traditional style and apartment style housing. Traditional is what you see in the picture. Apartment is 6 individual bedrooms, 2 individual bathrooms, and a full kitchen. In your first year, you have access to either of the ones that you want. We have over 40 academic, social, and intramural clubs on campus that you can get involved in. There is basically something for everybody at Westminster, whether you're an athlete, you love the outdoors, you like theater, or we have a knitting clubs, if that's something that you are interested in. We also have our own student government called the Associated Students of Westminster, or ASW for short. So this is a great opportunity for you to get involved with student government, and they're also the governing body of all the clubs and organizations on campus. And we're very committed to our Greater Salt Lake community. So in the past year, we've done over 100,000 hours of community service through clubs and organizations alone. We do have an organization on campus called the Dumke Center for Civic Engagement, and they do most of our community service, and that is separate from this 100,000 hours. So if you really want to give back to the community and get involved beyond college, this is a great place for you. So let's talk about paying for college. There's a link that you can go on our website and learn a little bit more about tuition costs and scholarship opportunities. We haven't finalized our full 2021 tuition costs, but I can give you a sense of what those look like last year. So our tuition last year was $37,960, and then our room and board was an extra $8,000 to $9,000. However, we have very generous scholarships for students. Those ranged between $9,000 and $24,000 per year. So that meant that if, let's say, you received $20,000 this year, you are going to receive $20,000 every year that you're at Westminster. These are going to be given to you based on your application. So there is no separate application for your scholarships. In addition to those scholarship or merit-based scholarships, as we call them, you can also qualify for something called a Westminster Grant. These are going to be done by you filling out a FAFSA. If for some reason you cannot fill out the free application for federal student aid, please do get in touch with one of us because we can still give you need-based grants without necessarily having your FAFSA. And then we also offer talent-based scholarships. So for music, theater, and dance, we offer scholarships, as well as for all of our NCAA varsity sports. And then just really quickly, we have a free application. We're both on the Common App, and we have our own application on our website. We're test optional for everything, not only for your application, but for scholarships as well. And we really just need your transcripts, your application. And if you're not submitting your test scores, just a personal essay. And our priority deadline is December 1st. And afterwards, we are rolling admission. And we do hope that you can come and see us on campus, that is the link for you to come and visit. So please make sure that you do. We're still doing tours. And you can get in contact with us, whether our Instagram, you can give us a call or you can email us. So this was really fast, to the point, but I do hope that I was able to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much. And now we will pass it off to Utah State University. I think it was there. Yeah, okay. Almost. All right. Yes, I don't know if we can hear you, Kelly, but you are unmuted. No, we can't hear you. Oh no. Is your computer muted maybe on like your settings on the actual computer? Why don't we pass off maybe to University of Utah? And maybe if you pop on and pop off, the audio might work. So Francisco, if you are ready, and maybe we'll come back to Utah State.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I can hear you, so maybe let's try that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
Awesome. So is everything visible?
Yes, we're all good. Yes.
Awesome, cool. So my name is Francisco Samaniega. I'm an admissions counselor at the University of Utah. I am also an alum from the University of Utah. I graduated in 2016 with my Bachelor of Arts in Communication, and I absolutely loved my experience at the University of Utah. It gave me the chance to explore a lot of areas around business and research and within the College of Humanities and all of those great opportunities. We do have a satellite campus in South Korea, which is pretty cool. We barely built that a couple of years ago. So if any of you are interested in maybe doing that in the future, that's definitely an option for our students. We do have 24,000 undergraduate students on our campus. Our campus is pretty big acre-wise, so don't fret of feeling claustrophobic or anything like that. We have a good average class sizes at the University of Utah as far as students go. And then we also, our faculty have won numerous awards within the local, national, and international community because they are involved with research and collaborations across all of those communities. So super awesome faculty that we have at the University of Utah. We are a Research One university, so we do encourage our students to pair up with a faculty member and engage in research. We do compensate our students for their time, the materials. We do offer them opportunities to go on symposiums and present their research, if not locally, nationally, and even internationally. So super awesome opportunities in research, no matter if you are part of the College of Engineering, Arts, what have you. We're in an amazing location. We're about 10 minutes away from downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City, Utah is home to 500 Fortune companies. So if you're interested in interning or having employment with an amazing company downtown, that's definitely something that we can work out for you. We're also 10 minutes away from the nearest hike. So if you wanted to relax before an exam or anything like that, that would be an awesome opportunity. We're also about 30 minutes away from the nearest skiing and snowboarding world-class resort. So if you wanted to try something new or just wanted to hone your skills, that's definitely something that's available. We are also very near the Utah legislature. So if you wanted to intern for a congressman, we definitely have the connections to go ahead and do that. And then we also have a lot of national parks that you can take advantage of here in the state of Utah. And yeah, super awesome stuff. Location is something that we definitely take pride in. And then we also have about 150 academic programs housed within our 18 colleges. And if we don't have the major that you're interested in, or if you wanted to create your own, you definitely have the opportunity to do so here at the University of Utah. And that's awesome resume experience and also leadership experience. So when you are interviewing with future employers or anything like that, they like to hear that you took initiative. We do have a lot of residence hall options available at the University of Utah. Up on the screen, you'll see a few options. That's not all of our options, but our newest building is Collard Village. It has the ability to house about 992 students. And we just opened it 2 months ago, so super awesome. Our students right now are taking full advantage of that facility. And then literally 30 seconds, it takes 30 seconds to walk to our Student Life Center. It's a gym. We also have a very tall climbing wall. It's a 4-story tall climbing wall, and we also have a very awesome bouldering space at the foot of that as well. So if you wanted to try something new or just again hone your skills in this sport, that would be a really cool option to do too. And then we also offer a lot of student clubs. So we have about more than 600 plus clubs. It takes about 3 students to form a club at the University of Utah, and clubs range from skiing and snowboarding clubs to, to Harry Potter Alliance clubs. So whatever you wanted to do and feel more involved with your community at the University of Utah, you can definitely have that at the University of Utah. As far as holistic review process, our holistic review process goes, we are also ACT and SAT optional for both general admissions to the University of Utah and merit-based scholarships. We do not require an essay to apply or letters of recommendation. Basically, we would just need your application through the common application and your transcripts from your high school. And then also keep in mind the deadlines that we have. If you do apply with just your general application, we will consider you for merit-based scholarships, dozens of merit-based scholarships. It's basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I should probably find a different example because seeing or just imagining the dead birds is kind of disturbing. So I'll figure that out later. But we are very affordable as far as scholarships goes. We do award nearly $100 million in scholarships next year. Hopefully we can get to that 100 million mark. Just because if administrators see that that students are taking advantage of the money, making the deadlines, applying for those scholarships, they give us more money in turn. So definitely take advantage of all those deadlines. Apply for all of the scholarships on our website. All our majors at the University of Utah qualify for the WUI program. So keep mindful of that. And then also, I strongly encourage you all to apply for FAFSA, and then also residency for tuition purposes for all of you out-of-staters is also a really great option that many of our students take advantage of as well. And then this is just an in-state versus out-of-state versus WUI costs at the University of Utah. Again, this is sticker price. Hardly anyone I know pays sticker price. And again, if you divide the millions of dollars that we give to students between the 24,000 undergraduate students, it's still a heck of a lot of change for each of our students. But please take advantage of our deadlines and our scholarships that we have available. And freshmen are not required to live on campus. So that's there's that. If you wanted to live off campus, that's completely fine too. And then also we have a bunch of virtual events up for grabs. So if you wanted to go ahead and do that. And here's my info. I do look a little bit different just because of the quarantine. I let my hair grow out a little bit. So, no barber, no salon for me at the moment, but I'm totally fine. And yeah, so that's basically my time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's see if now Utah State, let's see if we can hear sound.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. let's do this then.
Let's try. Thank you to Utah for kind of hopping on. That was great. Let's try for Utah State again.
You have my screen up there?
I do, just not the, it's like not in present mode, but it is close.
Trying to get there. All right. Utah State University, we were founded in 1888 as an agricultural school. And so we are home of the Aggies. And we are located in a valley surrounded by mountains. And Old Main here is our oldest building on campus. It sits on top of the hill and is a beacon through the community. Utah State University has campuses all over the state of Utah. We have technical schools, career and technical schools. We have two-year colleges in Price and Blanding. And then Logan is home to our four-year university. So no matter what you're looking for, what kind of an education you're looking for, small school, big school, living on campus, commuting, we have all options for you. Utah State University is a place for a love of the outdoors. The average weather is very similar to Reno. We have all 4 seasons and distinguished by warm summers, snow winters, spring and fall, with 8 national parks within 5 hours and ski resorts. So as I said, we're also in a valley, so we're completely surrounded by mountains with hiking, climbing, scenic drives. And we are an official college town. Utah State University in Logan has a population of about 17,000 students, and that's a good proportion, a good percentage of students in the community. So we do represent, and there's a bond and a connection that students living away from home make, because they are all looking for the same thing: relationships, a good time, and to be together. So we also have free transportation on campus and off campus, which is a great bonus. At Utah State, we believe that you learn by doing. 75% of our seniors, by the time they reach their senior year, will have participated in research, fieldwork, or internships. So those are important when it comes to applying for jobs or applying for graduate school, just to show that you've also done what you've learned. We are a public institution, the 6th lowest in the West. And to apply to Utah University, you go online at applynow.usu.edu. There is a $50 application fee, and we are also test optional right now for admissions. But if you are looking to get a scholarship, academics, then or apply to specific programs that are more competitive, you do need to submit your ACT or SAT scores at this time. We do have a deadline of January 10th for those scholarships, and it's the same application as your admissions process. So when you apply to the school, we will automatically look at your application for scholarship. As you can see here, scholarships are awarded based on your GPA and your test scores. We use an unweighted GPA, which is graphed on the left, and your ACT and SAT scores graphed across the top. You can kind of meet in the middle to see what kind of a scholarship you would qualify for. We are also a WUI school, so you can attend Utah State University for $11,500 a year. Here's the breakdown of our tuition. We do have our Logan campus, which is the 4-year university. Our Southeast campuses are our 2-year colleges in Price and Blanding. And then our statewide campuses are the smaller campuses throughout the state of Utah that are home to more specific programs and CTE programs. Those ones do not have residential housing, so you will see the difference in tuition prices there. So another option getting your education in Utah is to gain residency. After your first year as a non-resident student, if you live within the state of Utah for roughly 12 months, you get a Utah driver's license and you claim yourself independent under your taxes, you are able to apply for residency, which at that point for your second year going forward, tuition ranges between $6,000 and $7,000 a year. So it's very affordable for you to come to Utah State. Using the WUI scholarship or gaining residency, you have a few options. We have wonderful traditions at Utah State University, from the lighting of Old Main Hill with ever an Aggie victory, all the way to the True Scotsman, our school song, sung by our students at our events. You can follow Aggie Life at #USU Aggie Life. There's always something going on because 84% of our students live away from home. They need stuff to do. We have multicultural events, we have parties, festivals, carnivals, concerts, all activities, all different kinds. So follow us on Instagram. This is our contact information at the Office of Admissions. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you may have. We are excited for the opportunity that you have in embarking on this new adventure, and we'd love for you to come join us. Come find your place at Utah State University.
Excellent, thanks so much. And we will now pass off to our representative from Weber State University.
Perfect. Thank you, Kara. I am so excited to be here with all of you Reno students. My name is Gary Durant. I am an admissions counselor here at Weber State University, and I'm just so proud of all of you for taking the time out of your evening to learn more about university. That's something I wish I would have done when I was in your shoes. Let's begin. So Weber State University is located in Ogden, Utah, which is northern Utah. We're approximately 30 minutes north of Salt Lake City. So we're close enough to the big city to catch a jazz game on the weekends with your friends. But we have this very authentic, low-key, but yet vibrant city life filled with local restaurants, businesses, indoor surfing, skydiving, and of course, the Rocky Mountain Range right behind campus. It's hard to beat. As I was saying, we have the great outdoors and downtown city life here in Ogden. We have multiple campus locations. Our student life consists of over 200 clubs and organizations to choose from. We also have Army ROTC for those of you that are interested in an ROTC option. Our outdoor recreation program is hard to beat. I'll tell you more in just a moment. But our NCAA Division I sports are hard to beat as well. We have Big Sky Conference champions in football and softball 3 years in a row right now. Our outdoor rec program is amazing. I can't rave enough about it. You can go up hiking, biking, rock climbing, paddleboarding, all of that and more with your friends on the weekends. NCAA Division I sports, we have 16 teams and over 30 plus club sports teams to get involved in. Also, we have the amazing Destruction student section that you can sit in and cheer on our Wildcat champions. We do have study abroad, and I can't encourage you to do study abroad wherever you choose to go enough. We have many traditions at Weber State. We are all about going green at Weber. We set the goal to be carbon neutral by the year 2050, and we are 15 years ahead of schedule. So we're doing really well, and we now hope to be carbon neutral by the year 2030 as an entire university. We are made up of 7 different academic colleges. Inside of those colleges are over 225 programs. When I'm in Nevada, students often like to ask, what's your specialty? Whether it's the AACSB accredited Goddard School of Business and Economics or the College of Health Professions, where every single program's ranked in the top 10 percentile in the nation, or any of the other 225 programs, we really do specialize in each of these areas. We have many different class options to make it work for your schedule. And of course, we are very affordable. Being a state university, this is the cost of tuition and fees for a full school year. We are a WUI school, so you can apply for WUI. But oftentimes students, when you apply, you'll use this scholarship index. The important priority deadline to remember for Weber State is December 1st of your senior year. If you apply to Weber State by December 1st, before that, and you are admitted, then we will consider you for the academic scholarship, which is a 4-year scholarship that you keep for all 4 years, as long as you maintain that 2.5 GPA and 12 credit hours both fall and spring. As you can see, it's anywhere from $7,500 to $9,000 per year for all 4 years. And that comes off of that $16,200 number. While that makes it much more affordable, we understand that's still a lot of money to pay. So we encourage you to fill out FAFSA, and we have FAFSA opportunities at Weber. We also have scholarship opportunities, private donor scholarships that could be stacked with that academic scholarship, making it even more affordable. We do have housing options. Wildcat Village is your suite style, University Village, your apartment style. If you are interested in housing, please contact me or admissions. We'd be happy to help. Of course, there are bonuses to living in housing, living learning communities, tuition waivers, ski semester, and probably the most important part is apply to Weber State, even if it's a little bit of a consideration. It's a non-binding application. You don't have to let us know that you choose elsewhere to go. It's very easy. It takes 30 minutes or less, costs $30. Send us your transcripts and you're in. Lastly, I just want to take a moment to promote our Instagram and Facebook platform. It's ran by students, for students. Its name is @GetIntoWeber. Check us out, follow us there, connect with us. We would love to help you. Thank you all so much for your time this evening. I look forward to connecting with you in the future.
Excellent. And we'll pass it off now to our representative from the University of San Francisco.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Can you see my slides okay? Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Well, my name is Sarah Ryan. I work at the University of San Francisco. I am our Welcome Center manager in the Office of Undergraduate Admission. Basically, I supervise our student staff. We have about 34 student workers. Just so you know, you can get work on campus while you're a student. We do have federal work study as well. But let's go ahead and jump right in. I'll keep it sweet and straight to the point because I'm sure all of you have been on Zoom calls all day or doing school or all of that good stuff. So USF, University of San Francisco, is a small to medium-sized school. We are a private Jesuit university, and basically what that means, I get the question, do I have to be religious to go to USF? And the answer is absolutely not. Only 28% of our students identify with being Catholic or Jesuit, and then the other 72% don't identify with Catholicism or maybe identify with another religion or no religion at all. Y'all come as you are, and we are good. We're good with it. We have support systems for you. And that leads me to the other thing. You not only want to like where you are going to school at, but you want to make sure that you feel represented in the student body. USF was ranked 5th in the nation for being the most diverse racially and ethnically in the nation as for colleges. And I think that's really, really important to speak to because it's something that we've been working really hard. Y'all, we are more diverse than the city around us, and we live in San Francisco. That's crazy, y'all. That's so cool, and it's something we're super proud of. So speaking of the city, San Francisco is such an amazing, diverse, eclectic city. USF is located smack dab in the middle. If you're interested in learning more about the city and how that works with USF and how our community interacts with the SF community is that we are just a community. We are in it together. And so we do lots of programming together. So if you're interested, scan that QR code. If you're not sure how to scan a QR code, super easy. Just open up your smartphone, hover the camera over it, and it'll take you to a link. That's our Instagram page. Follow us on Instagram. We have student takeovers. We have opportunities for you to see neighborhoods in the city, which is really important. There are event reminders. We are currently doing workshops for application season, which is really important to get a roll on. And then there are also application tips that we send out on Instagram. So if you're gonna scan, just go ahead and scan the QR code, it'll take you there. But about the application, I want to be super clear about this. We have been test optional, and we are continuing to be test optional, and it's truly optional. And same with the letters of recommendation. This is what's new this year. Because of COVID-19, we're making all letters of recommendation completely optional, and it's truly optional, okay? In addition, we also know that folks aren't working in offices in your high school, so transcripts can also be unofficial as well. That's not a problem. So going back to majors and minors, if you all have questions or anything like that, you can always ask me, but we do have 44 majors and 70 minors. You can mix and match, and when you apply to USF, you actually apply to all of our majors and minors. Of course, there's an exception to every rule, and that is with our nursing program and our engineering program, because they're direct entry. These two programs are a little bit more competitive, but if you do have questions, I'll give you my contact information at the end. Another little tidbit about the classroom. The classroom is important. That's where you do all of the learning. And why do you go to school? You go to school to learn, and you go to school to get a career that you love and that you can enjoy. So in the classroom, our average size is about 23 students per class, and our student-to-professor ratio is 13 students for every one professor. And this really gives you more of a one-on-one experience. But also it's a part of the Jesuit experience. The Jesuit experience means that all of our curriculum is based on the foundation of social justice. So if you're a computer science major, you'll learn about the ethics of computer science. So social justice, community service, and this concept of cura personalis. So we just talked about social justice, community service. As a part of being a USF student, you have to fulfill a service learning component, and it has something to do with your major. So for an example, if you're a nursing major, your service learning component is to go and provide healthcare in neighborhoods that may have been heavily impacted by COVID-19 or other things. So you go back and you give back to the community that you live in. So that's the service learning component. This other component, which is really unique to USF, is cura personalis, to care for the whole person. And the point to hit home here is that the end goal is not to get you to apply. The end goal is not only get you into USF, but the end goal is to make sure that you graduate and you get a good job and you start a career, and that ultimately you are successful. And how do we do that? With cura personalis. We care for you as a whole person because we understand that you're more than just a student. And we set up a system where you have two people who are in your corner all 4 years, same people all 4 years. Your success coach. This person is literally a success coach. And then the other person is your academic advisor. And not only that, y'all, all of our faculty and staff members are so incredibly amazing and driven. So any support that you need, that's something that we have. And some of the ways that we show support is that we have tons and tons of student organizations, and it's great to get involved. We have over 100 student-run organizations. If there's for whatever reason, if there's not an organization that doesn't exist but you want it to exist, you can make your own. So there's lots of flexibility there. But if I could say one more thing to hit the point really home, y'all. When you apply to USF, really, when you're writing that essay, think about who you are. Just be your most authentic self. And then folks, if you have any questions about USF, University of San Francisco, or the city, please go ahead, and that's my direct line, my email address. If you want to schedule a one-on-one appointment with me, go ahead and scan that QR code. I'm happy to address any questions that you might have. And that's all I have today, Cara. If there's anything else, y'all, just let me know. I tried to keep it, short and sweet and straight to the point, so just let me know.
Excellent. Well, we are just about at our end of time. Students, we have about just a minute left. If you have a question, you can still send it in the Q&A. Our presenters will get that right before the end of the call. But thank you so much to our presenters for being here today and for giving us all this wonderful information on your universities. Students, I do just want to share real quick, as you are exiting the webinar this evening, there will be a short 4-question survey that will appear for you. Please fill that out for us. It just helps us to plan future events for all of you guys that are juniors and seniors and going on this exploration virtually. And I think there is one more session this evening with the Reno College Fair. So take a look at that schedule to see if you're up for another 45 minutes of college fun. And this recording will be available shortly on that same website where you registered for this event. So thanks everyone for joining us. We are at the end of our time, and thanks for being here. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.